Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, I want to talk about Gear Hunters because that is the event that we have ongoing right now. There's actually not a lot of events that are going to be double dipping with this because we only have Ice Golem that's upcoming. But I also want to talk about that some people apparently are getting banned by doing their Gear Hunters. And I want to talk to you about this post that I saw on Reddit and what you can do to avoid this if you are thinking of doing something similar, and how to avoid getting affected by this problem. And also more in today's video. Now, before we get started with the rest of the video, I do want to remind people that you can use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get King Galkabar absolutely free. Recently, we're reworked of Sylvan Watchers, also Venomage, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fatnet accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget about your pal Helps the Victor, and all you got to do is use the promo code Super Victory within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, so we have Gear Hunters here, right? And it is ongoing. It dropped today, and we have to go to 3,700 as usual for Gear Hunters if you're a upper level account. And the easiest way to do this, which is not always going to be the best way because it will not give you so much CBC points, which is also ongoing right now. But if you want to be the most energy efficient for the fusion event, it's going to be Event Dungeon 3. Okay, I talked about this in my video yesterday, and I want to show this again. But before I do, I want to talk about this post that I saw because, I kind of think it's kind of funny. Banned for tapping too quickly. You've been banned until 8:30. That's 5 days from now. And this post was it was a 1 week ban, and this was 2 days ago. Reason: cheating or hacking. Now, this is really important. So I was running Dungeon 3 and tapping replay so I could finish Gear Hunters. I'm not using any of the tap softwares, but still. So I think I mentioned it in yesterday's video. But if you're basically sitting here clicking on and so Alice, I use Alice to do Event Dungeon 3 because she clears it really fast. She just swipes once with her special and she's dead. Now, if I sit here and I click this over and over and over again ad nauseum, right? I'm doing clicks within like a second of it being down. That there are instances where some players are caught up in the auto detection system that they think that this is, like it's an auto clicker essentially, which obviously I'm not doing, but I'm just doing this really, really fast. You can see that I'm getting the points for it. The CVC point, these are CVC points actually. They're very minimal, but the gear drops for Gear Hunters, this is the most energy efficient way to do it. But obviously the drops are crap and it's not necessarily the best way. But if you happen to, I would be curious actually, post in the comments down below if this actually happened to you or not, or if happened to you in the past. There are some comments, of course, happened to me 2 days ago with with Tholan on the event dungeon on stage 3. Send them a support; they'll unban you within the day. But this can still be a little bit of a problem because some people who might have been banned and missed particular events, fragments, and whatnot. This is kind of really crazy, honestly, that this can backfire on you, that this is even a thing. And, what happens if you're banned for a portion of time and you're unable to actually clear or finish certain events that'll screw you out of a fusion event, right? That's really important, I think. Now, as far as the rest of the Gear Hunters goes, there's not a lot of overlapping events on this, and I think that's kind of poo-poo, for lack of better words. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can kind of see that the Ice Golem, we have Gear Hunters 2 running down here, basically from Tuesday to early Friday, and then we have Ice Golem tournament running Wednesday through early Saturday, and the Champion Training Tournament, which starts on mid Friday, is basically when Gear Hunters 2 ends. So there's not going to be a lot of overlap here between the two events. So that's a little bit unfortunate. And then Spider Tournament is going to be running with Gear Hunters 3. Now, my intent, I think, is to skip Gear Hunters 3 for me. You're going to have to kind of evaluate where you're at with your fragments. So for Champion Chase, I actually went for all 75 fragments. So this allows me to skip the 25 from Summon Rush, so I don't even have to do Summon Rush at all. And I'm also going to skip doing Gear Hunters 3 because this tends to be a pretty big energy sink, and that's not something that I really want to do right now. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be spamming Event Dungeon 3, I'll be perfectly honest, but I just want to share how fast this is, and this is the most energy efficient way to clear it. But I'm not really that big on energy efficiency, or at least I don't need to be because I do have quite a bit of gems. You can't see it, but I have basically over 8,000 gems. and I have a decent amount of saved up energy. Right now, we have ongoing the clan versus clan personal CVC that I really want to make sure that our clan wins this. We're at 4.5 million. The enemy's at 1.7 million, so we are ahead by about 2.8. But you never know. We're only 12 hours in as of recording. So my plan for this is to do the event dungeon, but I'm going to be farming some chronophage accessories. So I forget where it is, the event dungeons. You can see like doing 1 to 3 is like basically no points. It's 10. But I'm going to be farming this, I think, stage 28. So I'm going to get a lot more points for that. And so I feel like this is worthwhile in terms of my grinding for CVC and for gear hunters, because otherwise all you have is ice golem that is going to help. It's not going to get you very far. By the time you clear ice golem, you're probably only going to be at like the 1600 mark. So you're still going to have to get like another 2000 gear hunters points at a bare minimum in order to get that from the, you'd have to get that from the event dungeon, right? Or that's ideally where you're going to get it from. I guess you can do whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to be doing for mine, because that's going to be the best double dipping, in my opinion, for me in my clan. Now, I'm also in the tier 6 of the personal rewards track, so of course I do want I'm a little bit behind here, so I do need to grind out a little bit more of this if I want to get my way to 400,000, so I could potentially get an extra sacred shard and some void shards. My sacred shard luck, I swear, has been not good. This is where I'm sitting at since I finished my last pull on Champion Chase. I'm honestly not sure if I've actually pulled a single sacred shard in that time. I'm doing really good on ancient shards and void shards. I've had like 4 or 5 ancient shards a day, but when it comes to my sacred shard drops, just has not been very good luck here. So I want to save as much as I can. I don't have to do summon rush, and we can kind of wait for the Titan event, which should be around the corner for Lion, right? I think that's where Lion's red stars are going to be, which is going to be in an upcoming Titan event when this ends. And I'll be looking forward to getting, who knows, maybe as much as a 5. I really like these Oz characters, and I do want to get 5 reds on most of them, including Lion is a really good plug and play character. I really like his kits. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for in this upcoming time. Other than that, we have a bit of a slow week, right? So nothing really big. Just to go back to the fusion event calendar, there's not really a whole lot going on, and especially for those of you who may have done already Champion Chase, and if you're not doing Summon Rush, then well, there's not a whole lot left that you need to really kind of worry too much about. So I guess that's a good and a bad thing, right? I don't know if they're going to be dropping a deck of fates or anything as a surprise. Obviously not for fragments, but it will be like a bait event unless they decide to do a guaranteed event. But I don't think that's upcoming this soon. I think we're probably going to be waiting because there's only 2 other characters, right? With Tin Man and with Scarecrow, that I really don't think we're going to see this until like later September at a bare minimum, because this event is going to be running all the way through early November, I think, right? So we got lots of time and lots of time to gather our resources, which is always good as well. Anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And again, let me know if any of you guys have ever been banned by spamming the event dungeon. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, before I go, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen. Get King Galgavar, get Venomage, get Tagor, and Farrakhan the Fat. Don't forget about your pal Pelops the Victor. Use the promo code SUPERVICTORY in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.